on the tail of June. It's the pull of tides from the Poland side in a scale of blue moon blues. Heaven is in your eyes and you're singing closer than far. Awaken the stars for once. In a blue earth you are what you are. There's a blue, blue world and a big black sky. Pull of time, blue, blue, blue
Many of you might know this one. If you know it, sing it. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 everybody, get up on your feet. See the light, everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light, everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, hey. Love you.
Good morning. My name is George Melton, and I'm your host for today's live streaming Sunday celebration service coming to you from beautiful Palm Springs, California on this sunny spring Sunday morning in March. You've been listening to One Big Family, written and performed by the incomparable Gary Lynn Floyd. How's everyone doing out there today? Good, I hope. On behalf of your Leadership Council and our Senior Minister, Reverend Eunice Chalfant, I want to extend a warm welcome to all of our regular viewers here in Palm Springs and all of our many friends from around the country, just to name a few: Lori and Jeff in Miami, Terry in Seattle, Linda Ginn in Los Angeles, Jenny Malloy, Tony Suter, and Jazz and Patricia Minkle right here in Palm Springs. No matter where you are on your spiritual path or where you might be tuned in from this morning, you are welcome here. So we'd like to begin our service this morning by reciting our mission and vision statement. Please follow along with me at home. At CSL PS, we envision a world where oneness is cultivated, unity is lived, and reverence for all life is practiced, empowering us to thrive individually and collectively. And of course, we do this through the teachings of science of mind and spirit and the practice of unconditional love. There are a number of things for you to be aware of this week. On Wednesday evening at 6:30 p.m., join Reverend Mark Accomando and special guest Reverend Lisa Ferraro for Wisdom Shares and Sacred Practices as they weave together music, song, and divinely inspired poems of the beloved by Rumi. On the way of love, Rumi says, "You must be very alive." How do we approach life with the energy of love and awaken our trillions of cells to the chanting of one word which holds the universe? Love is the answer. Join Mark and Lisa on Wednesday night to have your very own experience of awakening. Reverend Eunice would like to invite you for a short walk around beautiful Ruth Hardy Park every Sunday afternoon at 1 p.m. Last week's inaugural walk was a big success, with 6 people choosing to spend some time with the Rev in the great outdoors. We'll be meeting at the main parking lot of the Ruth Hardy Park, located at Caballeros and Tamarisk in Palm Springs. Be sure and text Reverend Eunice at 937-671-3078 if you plan to attend. We're in the process of organizing a number of teams here at the center. First off, in preparation for our eventual return to in-person services, Jeff Kingfisher is here to tell you about our new sound and streaming team. Take it away, Jeff.
Hello, community. Jeff Kingfisher here, making another pitch for the CSLPS Sound and Stream Dream Team, within which teams of 2 will be handling live sound and live streaming from the sanctuary on Sundays when we're able to meet again. Once again, it's easy, it's not too techy, it's fun, and it will be very helpful. So I hope to hear from you. Please contact me via the email address above my head there, and we'll talk. Thank you. Namaste.
The social media, digital, and marketing team, which will be tasked with expanding our outreach into our actual and virtual communities, is now being formed. If you enjoy technology, use Facebook or Instagram, websites, or Zoom, and would like to be part of this team, please contact Margie in our office. And finally, we will wrap up our 40-day journey of leaping into freedom in the new fabulous by moving in the direction of meeting in person with a 9 a.m. outdoor Easter Sunday celebration service in the parking lot. Just bring your mask, your Easter bonnets, and a lawn chair. For those of you who want to attend but might not yet be ready to sit with others, we will accommodate a limited number of cars behind the seating area. Because this is such a large undertaking, we'll need a number of teams to help prepare for the service. You can find out more about the different teams by checking out our weekly e-newsletter or by contacting Margie in the office. Also, reservations for the outdoor Easter service are requested. To RSVP, just go to our website, cslps.org, and click on the drop down for classes and events. You'll find what you're looking for at the bottom of the page. Reverend Eunice will be sending out a letter later this week to fill you in on all the details. You'll want to be certain that we have your contact information in our database. So in just a few minutes, our practitioner of the day, Tommy Jones, will be offering today's reading and invocation. Reverend Vince Kiefner is holding high watch during today's service. Practitioner Mitch Alcorn will be your host for one-on-one prayer in the upper room immediately after today's service. And finally, Reverend Rebecca Venkatraman will be delivering this morning's message. But first, a share from Ron Simpson.
Hi, my name is Ron Simpson. I live in New Mexico, currently recovering from major surgery and have recovered. So I'm heading back for Colorado in a couple of weeks. I've been coming to Colorado, or I've been attending services at CSL PS since I guess I started in December or January. I don't remember exactly, Jeff. Sorry about that. I came because I've known Reverend Eunice for many, many years. In fact, she and I worked together on the youth ministry together in Oklahoma, and we had lost contact. And just by happenstance, we reconnected through Facebook Messenger. And I have been a big fan of hers for years. She was actually taught me Prac too, and I have the greatest respect and admiration for her. Being a part of CSLPS really gives me a spiritual community, which I did not have before. I think I mentioned I've been out of pocket for a little over a year now, recovering from all of these ills. And it's just been a great spiritual support to reconnect first with Reverend Eunice and with the community at large. I did attend the 28-day faith lift and actually made 3 new friends through that in our pod, and we stay in contact to this day. In fact, Friday nights we still get together every once in a while just to sort of support each other, and I really, really appreciate it. It's been a lot to me, and this is it's a great community. I feel fortunate to be a part of a group of like-minded individuals that really embrace the science of mind principles. I earned my practitioner license in 1995, so I've been a licensed practitioner for quite a while. I started with science of mind philosophy just before my husband died, and until then I had no support system. So it really has been a godsend, so to speak, and has really supported me through the bad times, through the good times, through all the times, because it is a way of changing your thinking, because you do change your life. Would like you to join me in supporting CSLPS with your time and your talents and your treasures. Thank you so much for your time and for listening, and I hope to see you soon.
Thank you, Ron. So as we move deeper into the heart of today's service, why don't we just take a moment to find a comfortable position in the place that we're sitting this morning. Perhaps uncross our legs and arms, allow the energies to flow freely from our crown chakra right down into our feet. And closing our eyes or softening our gaze, whichever feels more comfortable, we take a deep collective breath together, breathing into our heart space, allowing it to open and to soften and to be made receptive for the message that we are to hear this morning. And so as we continue to breathe, finding our own rhythm, dropping deeper into the silence, we let the music take us there.
once again to this tempo we know. Deep in the body, gentle we go, and softly we hear the call as the silence between us falls, and we open a space and hold it until every heart finds a place, has its fill, and each wounded soul is healed in peace and goodwill, as the silence between us falls, and together we hear the call.
Good morning. My name is Tommy Jones, and I am a practitioner here at the Center for Spiritual Living. This morning's quotes are all from our beloved founder, Ernest Holmes. We have within us a power that is greater than anything we shall ever contact in the outer, a power that can overcome every obstacle in our life and set us free, and satisfied and at peace, healed and prosperous, in a new light and in a new life. All the power of the universe is with you. Feel it, know it, and then act as though it were true. I am guided by the same intelligence and inspired by the same imagination which scatters the moonbeams across the waves and holds the forces of nature in its grasp. Are you filled with awe? Take a moment to contemplate these words. Being still in this moment, I know that God is all there is. God is the source behind all things in the universe, and that there are no obstacles that stand in the way of anything that we desire. The words I speak for myself, I speak for each and every one of you. And I invite you to claim today that God, G-O-D, grace opens doors. Believe with me that God's good pleasure is to give to each and every one of us all that we desire abundantly. And know with me that God always says yes, yes, yes. It opens doors. And as long as I believe that God is the source of all there is, then nothing and no one can prevent me from having my good. Know with me that what I am seeking and what you are seeking is also looking for us. Know that to be our truth. Know that God is for us, and against us no one can stand. I am so grateful to know these truths about God, to know how in my favor God is today and every day. Oh, how good it is to know the truth. So good, so good. And knowing the truth sets me free, free to be and to want and to have and to dream. I'm so grateful that this day is unfolding and that the message that Reverend Rebecca gives to us, it enables us to feel and know how worthy and how much a part of God that we are. And I'm so grateful for Jeff and for George and everyone who has a part of today's service, because our consciousness is what is bringing about the synergy that makes this a world that works for everyone. I'm releasing my word into law, knowing that it is divinely appointed. And I ask that each and every one of you let me release it and release it with me by saying, and so it is. Amen. I invite each and every one of you to join me and other practitioners in the upper room shortly after service. Namaste and blessings.
Don chicka don chicka don chicka doodle 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 don.
What you say you're having trouble getting what you want, no matter what you do. No matter what you do. What I say is I hate to burst your bubble, baby, but the power of attraction says it's already yours. If you can say it like you know it's true, yeah. I got the power.
I got the light.
I got the power. I got the light.
I got the power. I got the light.
And you got the power and light in you. Oh. Yeah. You've got dreams, but you say they're just illusions. You got burned, so you buried them way down low. You got me, I'm gonna get your spirit moving. Dreams need attention, it's the light of spirit, it's the sunshine that makes them grow. Yeah. I got the power.
I got the light.
I got the power. I got the light.
I got the power. I got the light.
And you got the power and light in you. Oh. Yeah.
So for us today, the power and the light are the laws of attraction and attention. What you think about comes about.
When we focus our thoughts on divine good, when we speak the word of love, joy, truth, peace, strength, and harmony,
when we evoke those God qualities within ourselves,
we co-create the reality of our good now, and thank God for it. That's the way. I like it, yeah.
For consciousness is cause.
And if you want to see the light, you've got to be the light. The power and the light.
Tell me something good.
I got the power.
I got the light.
I got the power.
I got the light.
I got the power. I got the light.
And you got the power and light in you. I got the power. I got the light. I got the power. I got the light. I got the power. I got the light. And you got the power and light in you. You got the power and light. You got the power and light.
You got the power and light. You got the power and light.
everyone. I'm Reverend Rebecca, and I'd like to just say, wasn't that a beautiful video and song? And thank you, Tommy, for speaking your words so powerfully. We really, really love when our practitioners show us the power of the word. I'd like to begin this morning with thanking Reverend Eunice for the opportunity to spend some time with you all this morning. The title for this morning's talk is Leaping into Freedom Through Taking Dominion. So I read that and I thought, what does that really mean to me? So I came up with leaping into the power of your word and the freedom in my life when I use the power of my word to command the law. And as always, I'd like to start with an Ernest Holmes quote. Electricity was a reality in the universe when Moses led the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. This is true of all natural laws. They have always existed, but only when understood may they be used. So let's just take a moment to think about all the years that people lived on this planet without using electricity. It was always there, awaiting them to understand it and make it part of their daily lives. So this morning, I'd like to talk to you about understanding your power. And I'd like to give you the first step in truly claiming this power. So when you walked into your bathroom this morning, did you say, I hope I have everything aligned so that when I turn on this switch, the one on my wall, my lights will come on? No, with certainty. I knew that when you walked in your bathroom, you turned on that switch knowing your power would be there. And let me just say, if it hadn't been, there would have been some talk long before now. You would have been texting somebody. You would have been looking out the window to see if anybody else had lights on. Because we count on that power. And we can count on our own personal power as well. Another good example of power is this morning we all set our clocks. And what about that power? We use that every day. We never think about it. We all know that the power in our walls is there, and we count on it. And after today, I hope that you know that there's a power within you, and you count on it as well. The power of our divine connection, knowing every single moment of every single day. We're carrying that power, and it's ready for us to use it. It's right there, and it's waiting. The same power that we count on every time we flip that switch in our homes, it can be as simple as that. The power within us can come on at any moment because we know it's there, we count on it, and we use it. And when it doesn't come on, we're surprised and we know something's wrong and we try to figure out what it could be. I challenge each one of you this week, each time you turn on a light switch in your house, to ask, is my personal connection coming on as I turn on this power, or is it already on? Just take a moment, stop, and think about it. As metaphysicians, we all know that our thoughts and our words create the reality of our life. And when those words have power, then we're using the law. Do you allow the law to do its part in your life? Are you commanding the law in your life? Are you declaring to the universe what you want? For those who command the law, they move forward. They move forward in confidence in their creative abilities to make what they want to turn to gold and to engage the necessary support. They take whatever action is needed to open the door to making their dreams come true. You know, abundance doesn't show up in our lives when we're thinking small, when we're exhausted, when we're overworked. No, sir. It arrives when we stand in our power, commanding the law and expanding. You know, in our community, we're declaring this year, together, we are leaping into a new fabulous. And each week, Reverend Eunice is giving us the next step. You know the difference when you do meditation on your own or when you do meditation with a group? Well, this is the same thing. We're using the power of Christ consciousness. Where two or more are gathered, there I will be. This consciousness builds and expands because of the many. And because you are part of this beloved, thriving, growing, ever-expanding community, you will have a week-by-week guide on moving into the new fabulous. Together, as we command the law, we move forward together in a brand new way. Bringing great success to all areas of our lives, our relationships, our finances, our health, just enjoying more of everyday life. You see, this is a group experience, an opportunity to bring more success into all areas of our lives, to live in harmony, peace, joy, and abundance. Because now we are taking our power back and we are commanding the law, knowing the law always answers. So I'd like to share a reading with you this morning by Marianne Williamson, and it's called Our Deepest Fear. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine, as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. As we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Marianne Williamson. So today, I invite you to discover the use of the power you have in knowing when you turn on the light switch, the light is there. Know this powerful truth in all areas of your life. You know, those missing pieces of your talents and gifts have always been there, despite the fact that you haven't been able to see them. It was just the state you were in, just like the power available for you to use in the walls of your home. Your talents and gifts and treasures, the power of your word is just waiting for your command to be used. Just turn on the switch. You know it's there. You know, life has more for you than you can see. You know, think about all that power that runs through those electric lines. They run entire cities. And that power is yours. I remind you this morning that you're worth more than your bank account. Your wealth includes your spirituality, your friends, your family, your health, and your creativity. There's no reason in the universe for you to be less than you were created to be. God is here to show forth itself as you. Wow, that's really powerful. God is here to show forth itself as you. The more confidence you have in the law and your ability to command it, the greater ease you'll have in this earthly realm. Emma Curtis Hopkins, the teacher's teacher, you know who she is. She taught our beloved founder, Ernest Holmes. She said, there's a power for you in the universe, a power for good, and you ought to have it. Okay, we talked about power from many angles this morning. We've even had a video about it. Are you ready? You know, I can sit here and I can talk to you about this stuff, but I think it's really helpful when I tell you how to go about getting it. So let's start with the first step. Emma says, we start our path by finding out what our mind is seeking and naming it. That's the first step on the footpath of claiming our power. Can you, right now, just claim exactly what your mind is seeking? Just think about that for a second. What is your mind seeking? If you could name what you want, you'd soon be on track to find it. She clearly states in all her works, there is a good for me, and I ought to have it. And Emma states that it's a universal conviction that the whole world is seeking. That this is the foundational thought of all beings, even in the mind of insects. We are all seeking the good that is ours. Everything moves and waits for its good. So let's go back to Moses. Moses said that in the beginning, God created all that is. And it was good. He could say this because as it pushes and pulls us, that good that we seek is the intelligence, the precise combination of words which brings us forth. In short, the good you are seeking created you. And I know that you all heard Tommy say those same words in her prayer, and she didn't know I was going to be talking about this. So that just shows you Spirit had a plan for this morning. So I'd like to share a quote from Emma Curtis Hopkins. I believe it's the truth of our power. I'm seeking my good, and my good is my God, because it draws and pushes and moves me on. We are each one of us the unit around which our own good swings, the center of our own universe, which extends out indefinitely in all directions from where we stand. To claim our good, we must pull our good from the recesses of our mind. And that's why we have to use the power of our word. We must let our perfect idea of good come up into the light. Our good has many names. Love, life, truth, substance, and intelligence are just some of them. And I don't know if you noticed, but these are also some of the names of God. As we claim our power, it's helpful to say that our good is unbounded and unlimited love. You know, love is the highest name of God. In all things, instinctively seek love. Love is the fulfilling of the power of law. I invite you to turn on the light within. Awaken and align with your higher purpose and passion. Transform your life from the ordinary into the extraordinary. I invite you to claim it, command it, and use it, for the power of the word is ours. There is a power for good in the universe for you, and you ought to have it. And it all begins by naming it. So I invite you today to name your good. And now I ask you to gently close your eyes. Open your inner eye. And as Emma Curtis Hopkins says, lift your eyes upward, seeking that high consciousness. Allow the power of your good to fill your life right here, right now. Knowing that we have declared it, we have claimed it, and we have named it. And doing so, it has stepped forward. Knowing that good and more good and ever increasing good is filling every area of our life. Our finances, our health, our relationships, our world. Knowing that all is well, and so are we. Just feel that power flowing through you, as you, for you are God incarnate. I remind you that you are here to be the best that you can be. You are here to shine your light brightly into this world. For your unique talents and gifts bless and uplift the many. I remind you, you are a power in the world. And by using the power of your word, the law steps forward and fulfills your life with good and more good. And so I am so thankful for this and so much more. And I release my word to the law of mind, knowing it is already done. And together we say, and so it is. Amen.
Thank you, Reverend Rebecca, and thank you to all of you who tuned into our service today. I'd like to invite you to join practitioner Mitch Alcorn for private prayer for healing and revealing your highest good immediately after this service in the upper room on Zoom. Text Reverend Eunice at 937-671-3078 if you'd like to join her for a walk in the park this afternoon at 1 p.m. And please consider volunteering for one of our Easter Sunday service teams. Your help is always appreciated. We'd like to end the service today with our closing affirmation. I invite you to read along with me at home. I am at home in the heart of God. My life is anchored in truth. I live in the consciousness of peace. I can never be separate from my source. I am living love. Hallelujah. Amen. We'd like to leave you today with Eddie Watkins Jr. singing Yes. From all of us here at the center to all of you at home, we see you, we honor you, and we look forward to being with you in person again in the near future. Namaste.
Oh yeah. If it could be that we agree to live in harmony and set aside all that divides for the sake of humanity, would you say yes? Yes, yes, yes. If it could be that we agree to meet on common ground, plant a tree and spread the fruit of love all around, would you say yes? Yes, yes, yes. Come on, everybody, sing with me. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. If you believe in you and me, sing yes, yes, yes. If you believe like I believe, we can make a better world. Listen to each other.